What's up, EP Nation? Welcome back. Today we are reviewing Peacemaker Season 2 in its entirety, or specifically the last 3 episodes. So we pick up in episode 6 with the 11th Street kids heading to the alternate dimension to look for Peacemaker. And you see some pretty fun interactions, like you see Vigilante interact with his other self, which was pretty cool. I like how they referenced Spider-Man. And apparently James Gunn said that in DC, they read Marvel comics, and in Marvel, they read DC comics, because in some Guardians of the Galaxy special, they reference Batman. So I thought that was a cool little connection right there. This episode did a decent job at building suspense with the alternate versions of Harcourt and who are they going to find out. I thought it did a pretty good job building up to that moment where it finally breaks and it's revealed. It is pretty silly that Peacemaker didn't realize this was a Nazi universe. I mean, obviously, right, he was blind, he just wanted to see what he wanted to see, but it's like, damn.
Don't forget the huge mural of Hitler on the wall. He saw it, but he just needed to save face when everybody showed up.
Dude, I know, we can't forget who his dad was. Again, not just gonna act like he's not just a little bit racist or brainwashed or something's lingering there.
I mean, he even said, best universe ever, like happy as hell.
What did he mean by that? Aside from that silly little detail, I thought the episode was pretty fun, pretty entertaining, and it ended on a pretty good cliffhanger, actually. I was excited to watch the next episode. And then the next episode happened, and it was complete utter dog shit. So the last episode ended off with Adebayo walking around and, oh my gosh, she's black. So the whole neighborhood starts like attacking her and running after her. Everyone comes out of their houses. And I just think it's very weird how like everyone just comes out of their house, but only facing in front of her. No one comes out of the houses behind her. So she can just run away in that direction because no one exists in that part of the town, I guess. But here's the craziest part. They had cars and they didn't chase her. Keith got out of his truck to honk the horn and chase her on foot? Are you serious?
You would think if they wanted her dead, they would just ram that shit.
Yeah, no, but knowing James Gunn, I guess with his writing, I guess Adebayo could outrun the car maybe? Alright, now listen. We over here at Pixel Plot Productions love Danielle Brooks. We think she's absolutely gorgeous.
You need a wide stance for that.
If I beat that pussy up, bitch, you gon' tell on me.
We love her, but let's be realistic. I don't think she's jumping the gate and outrunning all those people. And on top of that too, there's a part, some guy had a crazy angle on her, like dead to rights angle type thing, and she was not outrunning on the pace she was running. And it just kind of cut away, obviously, but it was like, no, it was a little unrealistic. But the most unrealistic part was how she got away with it. So this genius has a bright idea to jump into a tiny pool, not even a big pool, like not like a big swimming pool, like, right, just to escape this whole mob for some reason. And let me tell you what, this whole mob, right, the whole neighborhood apparently is chasing after her. They have the bright idea to follow her in the pool. No one walks around to the edges, like it's not a big pool, like they have to walk like 5 steps to the left and they can catch her. It's not a big pool, they could just surround it pretty easily. No, they all just dive right after her. And they still can't even catch her in that small pool. Then here comes Judo Master with, hey, you need help? Bro takes 5 minutes to offer his hand, help out of the pool. Then he electrocutes the whole pool full of people. Because no one had time to get out. Everyone jumped inside the pool. Like no one is like, oh man, I don't want to get my clothes wet. Let me go chase them on the other side of it. Or they have to get out that pool some way. Like, why did everyone jump into that pool?
And honestly, this show had a lot of scenes like that. Just dumb shit happening. Like, that scene in particular, it's fucking ass. It's like you said, it's a tiny ass pool, and you would think that people would just run around it, right? Nah, but you know what it is? It's laziness. It's lazy writing. They can't think of a different way they should outrun all these people without Judo Master killing them like that. Or I don't know. I just feel like it's lazy. It's like, oh, they wanted a cool cheap scene where they electrocute people, but it's like, how do we write this? Oh, they all follow her into the pool. It's fucking pathetic.
Yeah, I love those words used. Lazy and pathetic. Like, what the fuck is this writing? So after that absolutely ridiculous escape, they end up hiding out in some house and they play Scrabble for some reason. Like, why? Right, like, shouldn't you guys be on guard? You guys are minorities in this perfect white world. Shouldn't you guys just be watching the door? Or something like, why not have them, like, facing each side? One's facing the front door, one's facing the back door, and they're back to back. And as they talk and connect too, they start moving closer and, start facing each other to show that they connect. Or I don't know, anything, right? Better than just some stupid fucking Scrabble scene. Not that what they were saying was necessarily bad, but it's like, really, you guys are just gonna be chilling right there, like just playing Scrabble after like you guys just ran for your life. You guys are wanted in this whole fucking alternate dimension, really? All right, so this episode wasn't all complete shit, right? Like there was a kind of cool scene where he's escaping the police and all that stuff. Then they end up capturing Peacemaker and they interrogate him with the dad and the brother. I thought that scene was pretty good. I liked what the dad was saying, you know, about like, oh, I'm sorry, like my world isn't perfect, but you know, like he can't do everything just to like fight the whole system by himself. Like he's just living in his world. I thought that was pretty cool, but then everything's kind of immediately undercut by almost like a gag, him just getting fucking stabbed in the neck by Vigilante. I don't know, it just felt like super undercut just from that, and then it was like his death was played as a joke, and it was like a very horrific scene for Peacemaker, right? Like you just see his dad get killed again in front of his eyes, and John Cena's performance in this whole scene was really, really good. Guy came to work. Yeah, John delivered some very emotional lines. That this performance was really good in this episode. Like when they're watching his brother get stabbed by everyone and he's like, no, stop, get off him. I thought that was really well done. But, you know, after that, they just kind of leave. And I'm thinking, right, oh, they're going to set it up, man. This brother's they're gonna kill him. But no, we just never hear from this brother, this dimension again. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That was the best part of that episode. But I still didn't like it because it didn't make sense to me, right? Not only do I feel like this season doesn't have stakes, the pacing is all over the place. That interrogation scene felt pointless and weird to me. Like, okay, you're saying that in this Nazi world his dad was a normal person or a genuinely good person. Okay, I understand if that's what they wanted to make the twist, so the gag of him dying like a dog was funnier, which wasn't, by the way. How are you gonna tell me that in this Nazi world there's somebody that thinks differently? Okay, you can say that maybe it's because of the Sons of Liberty. Maybe he was like the leader of that, right? Something, like expand on it, but they didn't expand on nothing.
Exactly. They barely expand on anything this season, and we'll get more into that later. But that's been a real issue in the show. So the season finale picks up with Peacemaker turning himself in and handing over the device that opens up the portals to Argus. Peacemaker's just self-loathing in his cell, just rejecting any visitors, anything like that. So Adebayo and the 11th Street kids are trying to find a way to break Peacemaker out of jail.
Wait, how is he even allowed to have bail in the first place?
No, dude, you're right. Argus arrested him for holding some dimensional bullshit things. Like, what? Like, he just posts bail for that? She convinces Vigilante to use his blood money to bail him out, which I thought honestly was a pretty decent scene. I thought the message was really good in there of turning something bad into something good. I did like that. Except you could argue, what good did it really do? I mean, it freed a known murderer, Peacemaker, and then it also just started your own personal private spy company. How is that good? Not like you donate to charity or anything. That you just use it for selfish reasons. So speaking of Adebayo's company, she gets her startup right by taking all that money from Vigilante, and she just steals Argent's best agents, apparently, right? Because that's all they have. I mean, these agents, mind you, were out there investigating these interdimensional doorways, right? Like, these are the best Argus have. These guys. Tits McGee and that other guy, dude. Like, those are really your best soldiers, Argus best. Don't they have Suicide Squad or Creature Commandos to be doing like crazy shit like this?
Yeah, I know. They send them through all these interdimensional portals with just like a fucking pistol. Bro, if I was in charge or I was Rick Flag, I would just have them going like hell divers, all strapped in and everything. Somehow they make the scientists from Alien Covenant seem like geniuses. These fucking people are idiots. They would lose a lot of people every time they would go into the portals. And mind you, that whole scene was well made and I enjoyed it. It was funny. And you can tell that they really put the budget on that scene. But it just doesn't really, like, man, this whole series, or season 2, they make Argus look like incompetent losers. And they just keep showing me that even when they're going through an interdimensional gateway. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
No, straight up, Argus is a fucking joke in Peacemaker season 2. Like, honestly, like, this is supposed to be the shield of DC. No, these guys are a fucking joke, man. Adebayo's PI team is already, like, it's already probably matched with Argus's personnel, let's be honest. Except I'd argue Adebayo has a better building than the fucking Argus one. And back to your point about Argus being ill-equipped to do that, like, they only have like a breathing apparatus, like that's all their suit is for, to breathe. And they only have like a pistol. Some of them don't even have a weapon. One guy was just punching those damn creatures. Like, really? This is how you guys are equipped to go into that?
They even mentioned the scene after that Argus spends tens of thousands of dollars on this, and they only have a rope. They have a rope. They send a bunch of people with rope. They pull them back with, like, come on, it doesn't seem like they're spending tens of thousands of dollars of this.
Especially if the rope they're using could be cut by a straight piece of glass. So anyway, they bail Peacemaker out of jail, and he's just kind of roaming around, and I guess he decides to run away, and they don't know where to find him. And when they finally do find him, Vigilante tackles him, and I'm thinking, oh man, this would be so sick. We finally got a Vigilante fight. Because I was hoping we would get a Vigilante fight versus Peacemaker with like the alternate dimension. Vigilante, he fights him. He said he hates Peacemaker. It would have been cool to see a fight there between them. Or at least this one, like a friendly fight of him wanting to get away, but not getting away. Like, this was a perfect opportunity to have something cool like that, but as you just, nothing happens. Nothing happens as usual with this show.
Yeah, there hasn't been any fight scenes. I mean, the last fight scene that had Peacemaker was when he was killing the Sons of Liberty. I mean, I wanted some more action. Even the CW made sure that they had enough action on a superhero show.
Nah, man, just like a CW show, this shit focuses heavily on the romance. Like, throughout this whole episode, you're getting sprinkles of flashbacks between Peacemaker and Harcourt. By the way, who is James Gunn's wife. No, hey, there's nothing wrong with, putting your wife on, helping her out with her acting career and casting her in something big, but I just think it's a little weird he casted her as the main love interest and he's spending so much time on this love story, which, by the way, kind of doesn't make sense because this Peacemaker killed Harcourt's friend, the only person she could consider a friend. I know the whole thing like, oh yeah, I did hate you, but she wanted more, but it's like, this whole relationship just feels kind of unlikely, and it's like, damn, I mean, did you have to cast your wife in that role? Like, you couldn't cast her in something else, or couldn't write a different role? Like, James Cook was saying some crazy stuff in that episode podcasting, whatever.
I had to shoot you kissing someone, which was a little...
It was very uncomfortable for you.
It was very uncomfortable for you.
Think of you kissing John Cena, and I'm like, oh my god.
Like, there's few people I'd rather have you kiss because John is like somebody I trust completely.
And it's like, bro, like his wife had to try to make it seem like he was awkward about it, and then he just says that shit, and it's like, dude, like, my brother in Christ, you wrote, directed, and basically casted this whole fucking thing. You casted all your friends, all the people you know in these roles. You did everything. You're the mastermind of this whole thing. You're the person doing this. Like, I have a feeling he was behind that camera like, oh yeah, John, come on, put a little more tongue in there, John. Hey, babe, bite his lip. Yeah. John, I'm gonna need a little more ass grabbing, please. All right, now that they're done with the rehearsal, let's take it from the top.
John Cena was probably like, man, James, do I really need to take off my pants for this?
No, John, see, what you don't understand, it's necessary for the scene. Because, see, Peacemaker right now, he's very horny and vulnerable. And my beautiful wife is right there for the taking. James, do I really need to put it in? Like, really? Can we just do some movie magic? John, I need you to commit to this role. But in all seriousness, the romance between them was pretty well done. I believed it. I thought it was convincing and sweet in some parts. But I can't help but get this feeling this is just some like high school like bullshit thing. Like, I don't know, like the situationship. Like, oh, I'm heartbroken. Like, are we forgetting this guy's a sociopath? We're not going off the comics or any of that shit. We're just going off Suicide Squad, this introduction, right? Like, does he seem like the type of guy to just have these like lover boy, teenage boy problems with like a fucking girl who doesn't like him back? He's unsure. What makes it worse is this dude is in his fucking 40s or 50s. He's a 40-year-old man.
What the fuck? He's 40. You're 40 years of age. A 40-year-old man. What the fuck?
What's crazy too is that like they say that James Gunn says himself that, oh, when Autobio and all them are talking to Peacemaker, but like, oh, like, you're my hero and all that stuff, that's the turning point for Peacemaker to come back. No, it wasn't. The turning point was when Harcourt said that, yeah, the kiss did mean something to me. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, happy, excited, fuck yeah, let's do it. You know, like, it's just weird. Like, this doesn't seem like it should come from Peacemaker of all people. And it's like this whole fucking season, he's just been like just a drama queen. He's just been like what am I watching? Am I watching Riverdale? Like, sure, like, there's like some CW shit, except I'd argue CW might have more complexities in this shit. It might be done a little better in some points.
Yeah, and then the CW actually does action and a whole fucking plot. Yeah, say whatever you want about the low budget CW and how bad it got during the later seasons, but man, I'd rather watch that than this garbage.
That's the thing. It's like James Gunn doesn't know how to write a show properly. I mean, season 1 was really good, but it's like he forgot everything when season 2 came around because nothing is paced properly. The pacing's all over the fucking place. Storylines are picked up and dropped off like randomly. Like the whole show with Autobio, you maybe see a little bit in the first 2 episodes, maybe like episode 3 or 4. Then you don't see anything about it until the last episode finale. It's like, that scene was a really good scene. It was very well acted with Adebayo and her partner. It was a really good, well done scene, and man, the message was very powerful. It was like it was a good scene, but it's like it lost all its impact because we haven't seen anything about this shit since like the first like couple episodes. How are we supposed to fucking care? Because if you're watching this, if you're binge watching it, it was hours and hours ago that you saw this shit. If you've been watching this weekly, that's who knows how many fucking weeks ago since you even like this wasn't even in your mind, and it kind of loses its impact because it's not there. And a lot of stuff in the shows like that, a lot of storylines are just picked up, dropped off, forgotten. Like the whole thing with his brother and all that stuff, and maybe like, oh, his brother wants to kill him now from an alternate dimension. I was like, oh man, it's gonna lead up to something good, and then it's forgotten about the last 2 episodes. And I'm thinking, okay, well maybe it'll be a season teaser for the season 3 or whatever. But no, we don't see anything from that anywhere. Like this whole fucking thing's a mess. And like, say what you want, like I said about CW, man. They knew how to at least keep a fucking show going. Those series had 23, 24 episode seasons. That's a lot of fucking episodes. Each one an hour long. That's a lot of fucking time. And to write a proper good show, right? It can't be that long. That's a lot of filler. So they have episode of the week shit, but somehow they're able to keep consistent story threads throughout the whole thing because you keep dropping little bits in there so don't forget certain things that are going on. And throughout the episode, they keep everything relevant and constantly juggling or whatever, so you don't lose track of anything. Here, it's like they said, it just picks up and drops off just whenever the fuck he feels like it. So this whole season has felt like a convoluted, jumbled mess. Honestly, it doesn't feel cohesive. It felt like there was so much unnecessary time spent trying to tell jokes and all these pointless fucking things that I didn't have enough time to concentrate on the stories it was trying to tell. That's why it's just like, we're spending half the fucking show, especially in episode 8 season finale. We're literally wasting all this time doing 2 fucking music videos. You hired 2 different bands to form for you and just shoot a fucking music video for them. And it's not even like, oh, it's telling a story just playing in the background. No, they're seeing a live show. They're filming the whole fucking band performing the show, and they do it twice. 2 different bands for a fucking song. One of them might be the intro song, and that, by the way, that song is fucking dog shit too.
Yeah, all that money he spent on renting 2 live shows could have been on some fucking action. Season 1 was action-packed, and it was way better than this. There was no action in this show. There's maybe like 1 or 2 scenes. I mean, John Cena was just all moping around all fucking season.
James Gunn says some statement that, oh, he has all these other projects in mind, projects he wants to do, but needs to figure out the budget and all that shit. Well, part of the budget you need to figure out, like, how many fucking licensed soundtracks you could put in this shit, how many live bands you can get to record in this shit. No, but hey, maybe if you spend less money on this licensed fucking soundtrack, maybe you can have more money to, I don't know, for action scenes or CGI or cooler shit instead of this fucking thing. You have more time to tell a better fucking story. I swear this guy's like a fucking middle school teenager just fucking trying so hard to fucking prove how good his music taste is, just trying to shove it down everyone's throat. Like, dude, we get it. You have good music taste. Stop fucking showing us your playlist. Like, all these shows, all this work is just an excuse to show us playlist. I don't know. The whole season finale was pretty disappointing. I mean, James Gunn was hyping up the season finale like it was the second coming of Christ. But this was actually one of the most tame episodes of the season. Where were all the big stars and crazy cameos and all this wild shit going on? No, we'll just go ahead and skip to the scores because I'm tired of talking about this dog shit. I think I'll give episode 6 6.5. There's a lot of stuff I liked. It's pretty interesting and had me excited to watch the next episode. I'd give episode 7 a 3. A lot pissed me off. A lot was really stupid about it and didn't make sense. And episode 8, wow, what a disaster of a finale. Extremely boring. I'd give that one a 3 as well.
Yeah, for me, I would give episode 6 a 6. I think it was the most enjoyable episode of the series. For episode 7, that's when things started going downhill, so I would give that a 2. And for episode 8, that was one of the worst season finales I've ever seen, so I'd give it a 2.
So my average score across the season was a 5.5, but I honestly don't think it deserves a 5.5. The first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes pissed me off so much, I can't, in my right mind, give it a middle of the road score. I think it's a 4, honestly. There was so much wasted time telling unnecessary jokes or just putting unnecessary songs in there in music videos that we couldn't focus on the actual story they were trying to tell. And it comes out across as a jumbled fucking mess.
My average would be a 4, and I agree with your sentiment. This is below par. This season is, honestly, it's garbage. I would rather watch anything else. I'd rather watch Arrowverse than having to sit down and watch this shit again. But yeah, for me, a 4, and I think it's pretty fitting.
Well, that's all for our Peacemaker Season 2 review. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.